think the government's starting to realize that NVIDIA is the secret to a lot of different things that they need. Just the way that Mercedes-Benz realized that NVIDIA is well ahead on autonomous driving, including Waymo. I think they're well ahead. And remember, this big sticking point on autonomous driving is black ice. And if they can crack black ice, then you're going to be riding a Benz. David, we never expected, if you were to be Mr. Benz, Mr. Mercedes, Mr. Audi, yeah, okay, you were Porsche, you would never have had a human at the wheel. Humans are way too stupid and way proclivity to drink and sleep. You would have had an autonomous driver. So we got to rethink the whole process.
But I'm surprised to hear you say that NVIDIA is ahead of everybody.
Well, I was surprised too.
By the way, black ice is not that.
Oh, I know. He just showed me black ice as an example of a difficult thing for him.
One difficult thing that they're still trying to tackle.
No, but if you go through the last quarter, NVIDIA is more certain of their stance in terms of autonomous than they've ever been. I'm betting on Benz.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Stock with Khan, and in today's video, as you know from this small clip, Jim Cramer was talking about Nvidia and why he's so bullish on Nvidia. I'm also bullish on Nvidia, and I'm going to talk about Nvidia in depth in this video, so stay tuned because I think you're going to like today's video as well. Welcome back. The stock I want to talk about is Nvidia, a computing company also making GPUs for games as well as massively hardware related, especially for computer as well as supercomputers, chip makers, and they're also trying to get into the software region as well, so to say, our department as well. Is one of the main company right now in the computer technology where all the analysts from the Wall Street are eyeing on that on the longer term, in the next 5 to 10 years, this is going to be one giant of a company as technology is taking over slowly and gradually and is not looking back. In my opinion, Nvidia right now, after the split of the stock, is sitting at a very attractive price, and is for a normal retail individual to invest in this stock at, in the last 5 days, it really took from, that was, if you look at 1 month chart, it took off from $190 to 225.26, but I don't think there is any turning back for this stock from this current price. And in my opinion, I personally think, this is just my opinion, in the next 4 to 5 years, this stock is going to be sitting around about $1,000, if not more. If we look at the stock price, market cap, it's one of the giant of the tech right after Apple and Tesla, for instance, and is sitting at $565 billion market cap, with both revenue as well as earnings going high years over years. And that's why I'm highly bullish on Nvidia. And I personally think, looking at this current article that was released 2 hours ago, that Nvidia is a top growth stock to buy right now based on those key catalysts that's been mentioned by this Harsh Chauhan in this article. He's talking about those key points, mentioning that Nvidia has been clocking consistently terrific growth quarter after quarter, and that's unlikely to change soon. The chip maker will benefit from a large installed base of graphic cards users in an upgrade window and an impressive customer base in data centers. Nvidia has new catalysts coming into play that could amplify its growth in the long term as well. Further, I'm going to go into this article in depth. Nvidia stock has delivered impressive returns to investors so far this year, thanks to a string of terrific quarterly results that have established the graphics specialist as a top tech play. Investors have come to expect outstanding growth from the chip maker quarter after quarter due to the tailwinds in the video gaming and data center markets, its two largest segments. So just like I mentioned, they're into the GPUs of gaming as well as into the data center, especially in the data center, being also getting involved with the software or in getting into the software regions as well. I think on the longer term, this is gonna be one large play for Nvidia. Further, in this article, it's been mentioned that the good part is that the company didn't disappoint when it released its fiscal 2022 second quarter results recently. Nvidia crushed Wall Street's expectation as it reported robust growth in revenue and earnings and set forth solid guidance that exceeded analysts' estimates. The company's Q2 revenue shot up 68% year over year to a record $6.51 billion, while adjusted earnings surged 89% to $1.04 per share. Nvidia expects 6.8 billion in revenue this quarter, which would translate into a 44% year-over-year increase. However, don't be surprised to see Nvidia exceed expectations once again thanks to favorable business conditions and the company's dominant position in the video gaming and data center markets, which could help the stock deliver more upside over the longer run. Let's look at the reason why Nvidia can sustain its high pace of growth in the long run and why it remains a solid bet for anyone looking to add a top growth stock to their portfolio. So let's look in that in depth. Nvidia's outstanding performance last quarter was driven by an 85% year-over-year increase in the company's gaming revenue, which came in at a record $3.06 billion. The segment produced 47% of Nvidia's total revenue, in part because of the exceptionally strong demand for its Ampere graphics processing unit called GPUs. I'm gonna highlight this here. Nvidia's CFO Colette Kress pointed out on the earnings press conference call that GPU demand continues to outpace supply. This is impressive considering that graphics cards based on the Ampere GPUs have been on the sale for over a year now. More important, Nvidia noted that only 20% of its installed base has upgraded to an RTX series card, so the majority of Nvidia customers are still using cards running on older architecture such as Pascal, which was introduced over 5 years ago. Obviously, the upgrade cycle that Nvidia Ampere's GPU have triggered is set to continue exceptionally, considering that more games now have features like ray tracing, which can only be experienced on RTX series cards. Additionally, the growing population of video gamers is also turning out to be a tailwind for Nvidia's gaming business. I'm gonna go now to the summary because this article was very interesting. It was just released 2 hours ago. I was reading it as well as I was preparing for this video since yesterday, thinking that I'm gonna make a video about the Nvidia because I'm highly bullish on this stock and I missed out on it before. Last year I wanted to get into that, but then as the Corona was in summer trying to fade away a little bit, people were staying away from the tech companies, the tech giants. They got into tech massively when people started to be at home with the lockdowns, as everyone was using their computers from home. Zoom was massively involved, just like with Skype, and thus technology overall, those stocks were like booming, and so was Nvidia. But then late in summer I noticed that most of the analysts were talking against technology stocks, but Nvidia is one of those stocks which wasn't affected, and I'm not surprised, to be honest. Nvidia's automotive business turned on the heat in fiscal Q2, rising 37% year over year to $152 million. This was impressive considering that the automotive business had lost momentum in recent quarters. However, Nvidia is now witnessing an uptick in this space because its winning designs are now moving into the production phase. Management said that its automotive designs could drive a major inflection in revenue in the coming years. As it turned out, Nvidia is sitting on $8 billion worth of automotive design that it expects to translate into revenue over the next 6 years. Given that the company's automotive design win pipeline, this is the same thing that Jim Cramer was right now talking about. This company is way ahead in the automotive technology compared to other companies or competitors, so to say. Given that the company's automotive design win pipeline swelled with new partnerships last quarter, it could generate stronger revenue from this segment in the coming years. So Nvidia could soon count on another growth driver that could accelerate its already strong pace of growth. That's why investors who haven't bought this tech stock yet should consider going long before it flies higher thanks to the multiple catalysts it is sitting on. So that was the article that I noticed and I wanted to share with you guys. I'm highly bullish on Nvidia. I'm also massively impressed from the CEO of Nvidia. He has so many catalysts that he's talking about, and they're also recently they have talked about, and next month or so they are acquiring ARM from UK as well. And by acquiring ARM, I think this is one massive catalyst for this company as well. They will have massive support, and overall by jumping into the software technology, so to say, and like evolving so much into supercomputers, overall I think this company has a very bright future, and for in the longer term I see an easy 300 to 400% upside potential in the next 4 to 5 years. So this was my take on Nvidia. If you guys like this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. I will see you in the next video.